Hi, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth from the Trenches. Today we're going to be Proverbs 26, verse 24. He who hates disguises it with his lips, but he sets up deceit within himself. Remember when you were a kid dressing up as a superhero or cowboys? They were costumes, but you could always see who you were. A disguise is something that hides your true identity. I remember watching Wild Wild West when I was growing up as a little kid, and I think it was on a Friday night or something, and Jim West was the star of the show, and he had a partner, Artemis Gordon, who was a master of disguise. And he'd show up in the film or the show, and you'd never know it was him or what else he did, but the people that they were trying to catch never knew it was him because he was wearing a disguise, hiding his identity. It's one thing to wear a costume, but you're still being yourself. Everyone knows who you are. You're just wearing a cowboy suit. But wearing a disguise is usually, but not always, the pastime of those who are up to something, usually something not very good. At least that is the case in Proverbs. People who wear disguises usually have something to hide. Pretending to be something they are not, or pretending not to be something that they are. It's called hypocrisy. Hypocrisy comes from the Greek term of wearing a mask, playing a part as an actor on a stage. But here we have a person who hates, and he's disguising it. He's hiding it. He's changing its appearance so it doesn't look like hate. But he who hates still hates. It's still there. But it's disguised as something else. It's disguised as love, caring, respect, and so on. Well, how do we disguise hate? Well, some people are really good at this. Others are just learning, and their disguises are pretty easy to see through, and you can see what they really are. But some people are masters at this. Here are a few ways we can disguise hatred with our lips. Flattery. Proverbs 12:2 says, "Everyone utters lies to his neighbor. With flattering lips and a double heart they speak." Lying, Proverbs 26:28, "A lying tongue hates its victims, and a flattering mouth works ruins." Slander, Proverbs 11:13, "Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps his thing covered." Innuendo, or veiled gossip, or cryptic insults. Proverbs 16:30 says, "Whoever winks his eye plans dishonest things. He who purses his lips brings evil to pass." Proverbs 26:23 talks about, I think, the same idea, hiding, disguising hatred. "Like the glaze covering an earthen vessel are fervent lips with an evil heart." These are all forms of disguising hatred with the lips, and I'm sure there are others as well. Some people are masters at this, but I'm not suggesting you ask them how they do it. He who hates is not interested in truth. He's not interested in honesty. He's not interested in reconciliation. He's not interested in forgiveness. Deceit has taken up residence in his heart, thus the need to lie, flatter, to cover the hate. Disguising is a form of deceit. When you feel the need to disguise hatred, it's no doubt because it's not warranted. If someone attacked my child or my spouse, or my wife, I'm not going to disguise my outrage. They're going to know I'm upset, I'm angry. But if someone gets promoted instead of me, I know it's wrong to be jealous. I know I maybe think I deserved it more than they do. But if you're not careful, you can feel this hatred stirring up in your heart. But you smile and you say nice things to them, but it's all a big disguise. It's deceitful. It's hiding hatred. And you use your lips to do it. It's unjustified. It's undeserved. The problem is your heart, not the person you are angry with or you hate. Yes, it's much easier to disguise it, to cover it up, but you're the one who loses. The deceit begins to become part of your character because it has become part of your heart. And you find yourself lying and flattering more and more and more as you go through life and are unwilling to deal with truth. Deceit in the heart needs a disguise. But God calls us to be people of integrity, wholeness. Not many parts, but one truth, one thing. What you see is what you get. There's nothing hidden. If you say something, it's true, because your heart has nothing to hide. This little game our verse talks about is no small thing. because it's not about the other person. It's about me. It's about you. Selfishness, pride, hatred all need disguises. So should we always tell people if we hate them? Well, of course not. There's another option. Guard your heart. Confess this hatred for what it is. Sin, and confess it to God, not to the other person. So don't flatter. Don't gossip. Don't use veiled insults. Don't lie. If you need to talk to them about something, do it, but be honest and be open. Be loving. Speak the truth in love. David said, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O God." Guard your heart. Guard your mouth. Do not disguise hatred with your lips. Speak the truth. Speak the truth in love. And may this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.